Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves to a very special video because today we're playing a preview build of MotoGP 22 on the PC. Big thank you to Koch Media UK and Milestone for providing the code and letting me play the game in its preview build state. Now there are a couple of things to bear in mind. It is a preview build, so it's not going to be perfect. There are a couple of little minor things, a couple of stability issues, and the polishing process is currently being performed. The AI on the lower difficulties crash in unexpected ways, but that is being worked on as well. So if you see any weird little niggly things, then they are being worked on. They are aware of them as well. So this is MotoGP 22. We've got a couple of things we can do. So we can check out 9 season 2009. We will do that at some point. I won't be able to show you any of the documentary stuff though, just because of like copyright issues. And we got quick modes, so we can go into a new Grand Prix, a new championship, a time trial, and split screen. We won't be doing split screen, but we will jump into time trial very, very soon. So there are tutorials like Monster Energy Supercross 5. So if you want to learn the basics of a MotoGP game, you got your basic sessions and then you got your advanced sessions as well, stuff like that. So for newcomers, the tutorial is a lot more robust and is going to be a lot more helpful for you. Customization, you can only look at rider and team, all the rest is locked. So rider, I'll just show you quickly. Your usual stuff for your actual rider itself. Number, we can actually have 46 now because obviously Valentino Rossi has unfortunately retired. So we'll go with that. Like body types, you can have male or female. You got lots of different faces to choose from as well, if you so wish to change. So stick with 4. Body type 2. Got a few, well, 3 to choose from for that. And your nationality and all that stuff. Helmets. Got some blank ones there, and then we got some more to quickly go through. Obviously I can't create any in this preview build, so some of the liveries and that are to be updated as well, especially in the lower categories. Also the bikes as well, just because of the way that things work. The bikes haven't been updated to the 2022 version, so if we look at the Honda in a second, you'll see it's the 2021 bike in the game at the moment. But this is always the case with the MotoGP games, because they get all the assets quite late from teams and stuff. Then they have to basically just wait until they come through and then they can work on them. Number, we've looked at rider stickers. That's just your butt patch. Go with that. Gloves, usual stuff. Change colour. You've got saved colours down there as well if you want to do that. Knee sliders, same thing. Boots, same again. Suit, Alpine Stars and Day and Easy. Riding style, so we got balanced, as always, centered, elbows to the ground, shoulders out, body out, and old school. Then you can obviously pick if you want to have your leg out, how many feet you want on the ground at the beginning of a race, and how many fingers you brake with. So that's all that. That's all the standard stuff you'd expect. Okay, so this is the My Team stuff. So let's just a quick look at some of those bikes there. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into time trial. We're going to do a few laps. We will be using the Beast Bastianini around Qatar just because he had an absolutely stunning race there in the first race of 2022 and won. But you'll see what I mean when we get to like Moto3 and Moto2. Some of the assets are to be updated, some of the liveries and stuff. MotoGP assets to be updated as well. For example, the Honda, it's the 2021 bike. But look at the faces they have. Oh God, look at Rins. Looks like he's seen a ghost. They definitely look more realistic and actually look more like the rider than before, which is good. We're going to stick with Bastianini. And there is a nice thing. We will obviously get to do, I think it's the first 4 chapters of the season 2009. But some of them, like, look at Rossi. And we've got special liveries and helmets as well. So we've got the Estoril livery and leathers. We got his donkey helmet from Misano. His special helmet from Mugello. And his championship winning helmet at Sepang as well. So same with Lorenzo, got a couple there. Estoril, his Catalunya helmet, and his Indianapolis helmet. So that's that. Tracks. So we got all the tracks from 2022 season, including the brand new Mandalika circuit or Mandalika circuit, depends how you want to pronounce it. So we'll look at that at some point. And the 2009 season, look at that. We have Indianapolis. We have Estoril. So we've got Qatar. We've got Motegi, Jerez, Le Mans, Mugello, Catalunya, Assen, Laguna Seca, Sachsenring, Donington, Brno. And yeah, Indianapolis, Misano, Estoril, which I know a lot of people have been asking for Estoril. Phillip Island, Sepang, and Valencia. So yes, all the additional tracks like Indianapolis, Laguna Seca, Brno, Donington are in the game, and all the tracks from the 2022 season as well. We're going to start with Qatar. We're going to do some laps. Let's go. Let's just check a couple things. So race options, I've turned rewind off. Time and fuel consumption is off because it's time trial. Bike recovery, we can enable if we want, or disable. We'll keep it disabled for time trial. That's all turned off. Riding aids, so we've gone for custom. So auto brakes is off. Assisted front brake is off. Corner and input modulation and roll modulation is off. Manual ride height device. Manual transmission. Manual start. Electronics are set to rail, disabled. All the stuff that I tend to use. At the beginning, when I booted up the game, you had a couple of difficulty settings to choose from, which I will put up on screen now. I went for the extreme difficulty. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on and head into time trial. So here we are. We're in the garage of the Beast for the Gresini Ducati team. Track engineer, so your usual stuff. As you would expect, ECU, we will change that. Let's just double check the front brake. Suggesting this one, so we'll go with that. Rear brake, couple to choose from. Transmission. So what I'm going to do is final ratio, put up a couple of clicks. Slipper clutch I always have on one, even on MotoGP 21. Compounds. Suggesting a front soft and a medium rear. That's fine. Right, let's head out. We're going to do a pit start, and we're going to try and get used to the physics. I have done a couple of laps already. It's just remembering to use the rear height device, or the ride height device even. So we're coming out of the pits. So yeah, if you notice any stability issues, they are being worked on, they are known about. So here we are with the Gresini Ducati. So if we come out this next corner, if we press the Y button, it will engage the rear ride height device. I'm not going to do it yet actually because our line was bad. Now, see the rear compress? Oh, didn't get stopped for that corner very well. So the physics do feel different to MotoGP 21, so if you're used to playing MotoGP 21, they do feel different. Turning in on the brakes is a bit more difficult. Trying to get the bike turned in, so you have to bear that in mind. The physics may be tweaked slightly for the final version of the game as well. But yeah, it's remembering when to turn the ride height device on. Because, oh, we're down. Bit of a wobble there. This is only our out lap as well. Yeah, because it deactivates when you put the front brake on, but when you're in heavy braking. So if we got it enabled now, then it disables itself automatically as we run very wide. We will try and do a clean lap. The bikes seem to move around a lot more as well. Again, just enabling that ride height device. Having to brake a bit earlier than normal at the moment as well. Okay. I'll shut up actually and do a lap without talking. Okay, so we've done a lap. And we've done one without crashing or going off track and invalidating, which is good. So the sound of the bikes themselves, it definitely sounds a lot more like a seamless gearbox this year, which is good. But what you have to obviously bear in mind once you know, you've got the ride height device enabled, that your handling is not going to be as good through the corners, so you know, you kind of got to put it on at the right time, although it doesn't engage straight away if you're not, you know, if you're fully leant over. You'll see it turn yellow, and when it goes green it's enabled. Just trying to beat my own time at the moment. I am using a lot of rear brake as well, that is helping a lot. But yeah, the physics, they're quite similar to MotoGP 21, but they're more of a, you know, an evolution of that rather than, you know, a full rework of the physics. But they feel pretty good. It took me, you know, a couple laps to kind of bed myself in and kind of try and get used to them. Curbs are a bit more usable this time around as well. I know that was a massive problem with MotoGP 21 was the curbs. They are more user friendly this time, which is good because they have reworked the suspension. And apparently the tyres deform as well, which is a nice little addition. I haven't actually checked that out yet. We are going to beat our own time. Just, you know, hopefully we'll get quicker and quicker. But like I said, it's just remembering to use the ride height device coming out of some corners. It's alright using it here, but when you try to tip in through here, if you've got it enabled, you run so wide. But yeah, it's feeling pretty good, and we are improving all the time, which is the main thing. And obviously the ride height device, when you got that enabled, it helps to prevent wheelies as well, which, you know, especially coming out the final corner, coming out some of the hairpins, that really does help. Oh, I've messed that up. Yeah, I've gone off track. Okay, so camera angles, we've got far away. One thing to bear in mind, so you can enable things, disable things. I know some people don't like the dynamic camera or the acceleration effect, stuff like that. So you can change things as and when you want them. First person stuff you can change as well, field of view, stuff like that, helmet camera as well. So what we're going to do is, so that's the far away camera view. This is the first on board, which is, it's almost like the tank camera view, which we've just gone off already, and we're down. Yeah, so I'm not that great with the onboard camera, that one especially. So change that again, and we got more of a higher up camera view, and then we got helmet camera. Oh, because I know some people like to play these games in helmet camera. Not me, because I am not great with the helmet camera view. Yeah, we've got some scratches on the windscreen there. Oh, no. Yeah, it's so difficult to do a decent lap with this camera view. Nah. And then we're back to the third person, the close third person camera view. What I would like to check out something in a second. So photo mode is as it has been. Obviously move things around. You've got your action shots, still, pan and dolly. So you can change stuff like that, which is always good. So photo mode is good. We got replay as well of our best lap, which if we have a look at now, this is replay camera. We do have the insane onboard camera. Here we go. This camera view is a similar one to the, you know, it's been in previous games and Ride 4 as well, and it's just such a good camera view. Got a lot of movement, obviously, from the rider itself. Onboard details look good. So it's also worth pointing out that a lot of the graphics are set to high. Some of them are set to very high. I'll show you in a second what I'm actually running. Okay, these are the quick right-handers. So I'm still not, 100% with the feeling of the game at the moment. It's going to take a bit more practice, and this is only the Ducati. Be interesting to see how the other bikes feel, but we'll save that for a different video. It's just such an awesome replay camera, this one. Getting properly tucked in. There we go. So a lot of camera views to enjoy. So, options. Let's just quickly show you what I'm showing graphics wise. So, we're in HD. Got dynamic FPS, which seems to work absolutely fine. Quality's on custom, so we got that on high. Texture detail on high. Reflections on very high. Bloom on ultra. And particle effects on ultra. So that's what I'm running graphics wise. Obviously you'll probably look even better on a more powerful PC, and also the PS5 and the Series X. But yeah, that is a first look at MotoGP 22, a preview build. It's feeling pretty good. Again, it's just takes a little bit of getting used to. The brakes, the rear still comes up in the air a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be as bad as MotoGP 21 as far as I'm aware at the moment. I mean, oh, there we go. Right on cue. The rear came up in the air and we went sideways a bit. So yeah, it does still come up in the air, but it comes up in the air in real life. So, if they completely took that away, then, it's not ideal. But yeah, turning in on the brakes is a bit more difficult than what it used to be. So just bear that in mind. You have to try and come off the brakes or ease off them and tip into a corner. And yeah, just getting used to the ride height device, using that, knowing when to use it and when not to use it. Because sometimes you might want to use it here, it comes on, and then it doesn't deactivate when you go around a corner. It just sends you wide because it's still activated. It's only in hard braking areas where it pops back out. So that's something to bear in mind when you're trying to do a hot lap. Just will compromise your exit. So yeah, hard braking zone, it does deactivate. And then you just press the Y or the triangle button for PlayStation players to re-engage that rear ride height device. So yeah, that's MotoGP 22 at the moment. I will be coming out with more content very, very soon. We will have a look at especially the Mandalika circuit. We'll look at some of the season 2009. We'll also look at doing some races as well. And yeah, just again, a big thank you to Koch Media UK and Milestone for providing the code for me to be able to preview MotoGP 22. So far, so good. It's very promising. And, when the final game comes out, it'll be even more polished than it is already. But even on my PC, it looks good as it is. And yeah, quite a lot of feedback through vibration as well. Going from side to side, change of direction feels very similar to what it used to for MotoGP 21. But yeah, you just got to bear in mind that ride height device and using it in the appropriate ways. I mean, through here is absolutely fine. Engaging it when it does engage, just to help you get through that long left, and then as soon as you get on the brakes, it will deactivate going into the first quick right-hander. But yeah, Don't activate it when you haven't got a hard braking zone, otherwise you're going to be stuck with it for a corner or two and that will send you wide. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Has been a first look at the MotoGP 22 preview. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more content. I'll just see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe, watch hands, look after yourselves. And MotoGP 22 is releasing on April 21st on most platforms. See you!